Good day, subscribers. Well, we're getting to the end of this series because today is part 5 of the 7-part series, How to Build a Robinhood Auto Stock Trader in Python. If you guys have been enjoying this series as we go through it, leave a like or a comment in the comments section. In today's video, we're going to be adding actual buy and sell commands into the code that'll interact with the live market through Robinhood. So, let's jump in. In the last part, part 4, we added dummy buy and sell commands to interact with the trading strategy that we built in part 3. We also added functionality using the RobinStocks API to grab user info from your Robinhood account. In this part, we're going to change those dummy buy and sell commands into real buy and sell commands using the RobinStocks API. This video is going to be a quick one, so let's fire up our IDEs and get started.
Okay, so here we are back on the desktop. And what I have open here is the trader. And luckily, right now, I'm actually doing it during trading hours, so we can actually see the market move while we run this. So just a quick review of what we've got so far. We've got our imports, our login, log out, our get stocks function, open market function, which we have set to always true. Now it would be true anyway, but I'm just going to leave that as always true. Our get cash and get holdings functions that we made in the last video in part 4. And then we have our main loop. And so our main loop goes through and says, while the market is open, check the price, get our holdings, print our holdings, and then go through each stock and figure out whether it would be a buy or a sell command. So let's do a quick check and see my current stocks. Would they be buy or sell commands? Okay, so we have INPX and CNET. And right now it says my holdings are INPX, I'm holding 1, and CNET, I'm holding none. And if we ran this with actual command, it would say to sell INPX at $1.07. And it would say to sell CNET, but because we don't own any CNET, it wouldn't actually be able to sell it. So in this video, we're going to be adding actual buy and sell commands. So it'll be interesting because now that we're in market trading, you guys will actually get to see those work. So let's do that right now. So right now what we have are these kind of dummy versions of buy commands or sell commands. And we're going to be replacing those with our functions. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add a sell command. So we'll add it right here. And we will import from my file up here. Okay. So what we have is def sell. So this is the function that is going to sell our stocks, whatever stock we tell it to sell. And we have to pass the attributes of stock, holdings, and price. Now let's just take a super quick look at this. Why do we have to pass stock? Well, we have to pass stock because we have to know what stock we're actually trying to sell. Why do we have to pass holdings? Well, we have to know how much of that stock we're trying to sell. And why do we have to pass price? So we can actually say the price that we're trying to sell it at. So the first thing I do is I do sell price, sell underscore price. Now that's going to be the actual price that I'm going to try and sell it at. And what you'll see is I say the current price and I take away 10 cents. And the reason I do that is because what I found while I was testing this out is if you sell it at the exact price that it's currently at, if you're holding a large amount of that stock, you won't actually be able to sell all of your shares and you'll be left with like half of your shares or something. If you sell it for 10 cents less than it's actually currently being traded at, then you'll sell all of your sales, and don't worry, you won't sell them at 10 cents less. You'll sell most of your shares at whatever the current price is, and then if the price moves down a little bit, you'll sell the rest of your shares at that slightly lower price. And while you're doing your trading strategy, you just kind of figure out that margin and make sure you've got enough margin so that you're not losing money when you sell. For anybody who's been in stock trading for a little bit, you understand that when you're holding a large amount of a stock, sometimes the price can move when you sell it. And so this little bit right here just kind of mitigates against that, so that you don't end up only selling like half of the shares you own. You end up selling all of them. And then it just rounds it to the second decimal place because it's money, right? So it just goes to cents. And then we actually place the sell order. And so the sell order is placed using our trusty Robin Stocks API. And it's done by calling RH, which is our Robin Stocks API, .orders, .order underscore sell underscore limit. So it's a limit sell, which means we're going to give it a limit, and anything above that limit, it'll sell. And that's why we do this 10 cents less than the current price. And we send it our stock, the amount that we're going to try and sell, our limit price, and then time in force, GFD. I don't remember exactly what that stands for, but it's just, it's good until filled or something like that. And it just means keep this order alive until all of my shares that I'm telling you to sell are sold. And then it's just going to print out trying to sell the stock and at the price and let us know that they were sold. So that's the sell function. Now let's add in a buy function. So the buy function is going to be very, very similar. Again, we're going to pass, so we have def buy, we're going to pass in attributes stock and allowable holdings. If you'll remember, allowable holdings comes down from this section right here, where we calculate how much we want to invest every time the program tells us to make a buy. And so what it does again is it creates our buy price. So it rounds whatever the current price is, it adds 10 to it, 10 cents. Now, again, the reason for that is if I didn't do that, my action of buying the stock might actually change the stock's price, and then I wouldn't be able to fill my order. So if I just say 10 cents more, let's say the stock is trading at $1, and I say I want to buy it at $1.10, and let's say I want to buy 100 shares, I might fill 90 of those shares at $1, and then the remaining 10 shares at, let's say, $1.01, because my actual buying of the 90 shares moved that price up a penny. So that's all this does. It just creates a little bit of margin so I know I can get my order filled. And then I do buy order, which is done by calling our Robin Stocks API. So it's RH Robin Stocks .order underscore buy underscore limit. So again, we're doing a limit order. And for anybody who's brand new to stocks, a limit order is you give it a limit price. So I'll use buying as an example. You say, I will buy this stock for anything less than, and you give it a number. And so anytime that stock is under that number, your order can be filled. And it's the same way with selling. So we're doing a sell limit order. That means anything above this number, I'm willing to sell my stock. And if you're interested in other trading strategies, there are other trading strategies on the Robin Stocks API. All you have to do is look them up and then plug them right into here, and they should work fine. So you guys can totally customize your own versions in that way. And so to the buy order, we pass our stocks, we pass our allowable holdings, so our quantity, we pass our buy price, and then again, this time in force, which is just like good until filled. And then again, it's just going to print out our buy and tell us that we bought some stocks. So those are really the only two functions that we're going to add in this video. Like I said, this video is going to be pretty short. So the only thing we have to do left is change these dummy buy and sell orders into real buy and sell orders. So let's change this one. And since we're going to print out the buy in the actual function, I don't need it there. And same with the sell. So I can replace it right here. Okay, so let's just take a quick look and then we're going to run it. So if the trader gives us buy, and the trader is this trade strat that we made in the previous videos. So if it tells us to buy, we calculate our allowable holdings, which I did by saying the amount of cash, the spendable cash I have, divided by 10, divided by the price, and then turn that into an integer. If allowable holdings is greater than 5, so if I'm going to try and buy more than 5 of a stock, and I'm currently not holding any of the stock, then I will buy. If the trader passes us a sell command, if I'm holding any shares of that stock, then I go and I sell. So let's run this and let's see how it works. So we're going to run pytrader.py. So it reads out our stocks. So now we have a hold for INPX and a buy for CNET. So it's going to try and buy some CNET. And if we wait 30 seconds, it should pop out and show me that I bought some CNET. So let's wait and see that. So now we look at our holdings and we have 1 INPX still, and we bought 56 CNETs. So now if we look at our commands, we have INPX at 107. So it went up a penny and now it's telling us to sell. So it says trying to sell at 107 and it's telling us to hold our CNET. So our CNET looks like it actually went up. So currently it was a good buy. So let's see what the program does within another round. So now they're both hold commands and you can see the program sold my INPX. So now I have 0 INPX and I'm still holding my 56 CNETs. And now we're getting 2 hold commands on the 2 prices. And it looks like it made a smart move on this INPX because it sold it at 107 and now it's just down half a penny. And we're getting 2 more hold commands. So now I'm going to end the program. So now you guys can see kind of how the program functions, right? It goes in this loop. I have a sleep time of 30 seconds, so it'll refresh the loop every 30 seconds. But it's looking at the previous history of a stock and then making a decision based on the trading strat that we made of whether to buy the stock or to sell the stock. And in this case, it showed a buy command, it showed a hold command, and it showed a sell command. And you guys kind of saw how that interacted. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments and I'll try to get to them as soon as I can. As always, thanks and subscribe.
So I was just looking at my Robinhood app and it looks like CNET is going up a lot. So I just wanted to run this again and show you guys how it kind of works and show you guys that now it's at 191 if I'm looking at my other screen. So let's see what it says. It's probably going to try and sell. So yeah, so it's saying to sell CNET. So we bought it at a lower price. I don't remember what it was, 180 something. And now it's going to try and sell at 190 something. So it made something around 10 cents per share. And let's see it update. All right, and so now I'm currently holding none of either. And so I just kind of wanted to show you guys that, show you how the program works. Bought it at 184 and then it sold it at 190. So it looks like it made 6 cents per share and that's 6 times 56. So that's kind of how the program works. I just kind of wanted to show you guys that because I thought it was interesting. So like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video.